Welcome to How to Live in Japan channel. 皆さん、おはよう、こんにちは、そしてこんばんは. In today's video, I will tell you 3 ways to make money in Japan. If you want to enrich your life or in trouble with money, this video will help you. If you watch this video to the end, you may be able to earn money other than your current income. The first one is side business. There are 2 hurdles for foreigners to do side jobs: your company's work regulations and your status of residence. If the rules of employment prohibit side jobs, you may be disciplined if you violate them, specifically strict caution, salary reduction, or dismissal. However, some people say that it is illegal to prohibit side jobs. The companies cannot legally punish workers. And if you do side business and damage your company, you may be justified. However, your chance of getting punished is not 0%. If you do a side job, please do so at your own risk. In terms of status of residence, in the case of worker visa, if the contents of the status of residence and the contents of the side business match, you can do a side business. For example, if you have a work visa for engineer, specialist in humanities, international services, and work as a language teacher, you can teach part-time in other schools, or you can teach private lessons with pay. There is also a way to work even if the content of your status of residence and the content of your side business do not match. When those do not match, you have to submit the documents to the regional immigration office. This is the document: application for permission to engage in activity other than the permitted under the status of residence previously granted. This document is called 資格外活動許可証. There are also cases that even if you apply for permission to do side jobs, they still won't approve it. There is a review period of 2 weeks to 2 months. It will be examined whether there is any problem with the current status of residence and whether it meets the conditions for 資格外活動許可証. There are 3 conditions for permitting activities outside the status of qualification. First, it does not interfere with the activities of the main business. Second is to continue the main business. And third one, simple work is prohibited. Simple work refers to cash registers at supermarkets and convenience stores, waiters, waitresses at restaurants, and cleaning. In addition, permission for 資格外活動許可証 for short-term or non-regular jobs such as temporary teacher for English camp. It doesn't happen regularly, so you don't need 資格外活動許可証. Procedures are required only if you work continuously. There is a penalty if you do unqualified side jobs without permission. Your work visa may be canceled, or in the worst case, you will be deported and you will not be able to enter Japan for the next 5 years. You may be penalized for doing a side job if you are not careful. Be sure to go through the formal procedure before doing a side job with a permit. Some visas have no restrictions on side jobs. They are Japanese spouse, permanent residents, or spouse of permanent residents. These people can do side business just like Japanese people. Second, sell things. This is for those who need money right now. Here are 4 ways to sell them: recycle shop, pawn shop, flea market, and online auction. Recycle shop. You can cash in immediately. It's very easy to sell for a recycle shop because you just need to bring your things to the store. But I do not recommend this method. The reason is that the selling price is very cheap. Also, secondhand shops have service wherein they come to your house to take old items. They will do the carrying and moving of your old stuff. You can sell your large refrigerator for 1,000 yen. And there's also a possibility that you will be charged money to dispose things that they do not want to buy. Don't do it unless you want to dispose your belongings without any effort. Based on experience, I tried to sell my old microwave oven to 2nd Street, but they do not accept appliances that are more than 8 years old. It's different for every shop, so better check it. Famous recycle shops in Japan are Treasure Factory, 2nd Street, and Book Off. Next is the pawn shop. At the pawn shop, you can sell your belongings or borrow money instead of depositing them. When a person who wants to borrow money takes his belongings to a pawn shop, he can borrow money up to the assessed amount of the item. As a general rule, the loan from a pawn shop is valid for 3 months. So, if you pay the full amount of the principal and interest within 3 months of borrowing, you'll be able to claim the deposited goods. On the other hand, if you cannot return the money after 3 months, the deposit will belong to the pawn shop. At this time, the original owner cannot claim the item, but you won't have to repay the debt after that. There aren't many famous shops nationwide, so search for Shichiya on Google Map. Next is the flea market. You can't get the money right away, but in most cases, you can get more money than thrift shops or pawn shops. Although it takes time and effort, you need to have it listed, pack, and ship, but I still recommend it because you get more money. Famous flea market sites in Japan include Mercari, Jimati, PayPay, Flea Market, and Rakuma. Unfortunately, all of these sites has no English translations. If you can read Japanese or studying, why don't you use it? By the way, the biggest flea market site is Mercari. Next is auction. It takes longer than other way to get money, but it may sell at highest price. It might be a good idea to sell what you bring from your home country. Famous auction sites are Yahoo Auction and Mobaoku. These also do not have an English page. So if you don't understand Japanese, you can ask your Japanese friend to list it on your behalf. Next is borrow money. The last one is a method for those who need money right now and those who are in trouble. The lender is the Japanese government, and moreover, the interest is 0%. And it has become a hot topic that the examination is very loose. If you are in trouble with money, you may want to borrow it systematically. There are 2 plans to borrow money. One is mainly for households that are facing temporary stoppage of work. It's called Kinkyu Koguchi Shikin. Another one is mainly for households who have become unemployed, and it's called Sogo Shiem Shikim. I will explain each one. First, I will tell you about Kinkyu Koguchi Shikim. Households facing a decrease in income due to the temporary stoppage of work as a result of COVID-19 and who require an urgent temporary loan to maintain their livelihood can apply. In other words, people whose income has decreased due to the influence of corona can borrow money. Loan amount upper limit are 2 types, 200,000 yen and 100,000 yen. The 200,000 yen is temporary stoppage of work at school or special loans for sole proprietors. And the 100,000 yen is for other cases. Repayment time. You have to return the money a year later. However, if you return it in installments, it will be within 2 years. Next is the Sogo Shiem Shikim. Households affected by COVID-19 pandemic that are suffering financially because of reduced income or unemployment, making it difficult to maintain their daily life. Loan amount upper limit is 2 types. One is that if you have 2 or more people in your household, you can get 200,000 yen every month for 3 months. And another one is that if you have 1 person in your household, you can get 150,000 yen every month for 3 months. Repayment time. This plan also you need to return the money 1 year later. And if you return it in installments, the repayment deadline will be within 10 years. Both supports are great plans. In each plan, you may be exempt from repayment if your income is still declining after a year. Both of these 2 loan plans can be used at the same time. Applicable households for each plan are almost the same, so if one passes the examination, the other seems to be okay. As for the application method, apply to the Municipal Social Welfare Council called Shakai Fukushi Kyogikai in your area. If you are interested, please contact Shakai Fukushi Kyogikai once. It seems that you can get the money for about 2 weeks from the application. Although these loans are interest-free, they are supposed to be repaid. Use it systematically. What do you think of this video? Please comment if you have any items you would like to know more details about. If I have time, I might make a more detailed video. Also, please comment on your experience when you were in trouble with money in Japan. Please subscribe and like this video.